Hey, welcome to AK Astrology. Thank you so much for being here. It's like long time no see. Actually, I was busy with my book promotion, so here it is. The very first book of mine, Astrology Fast Forwarded, and with the blessings of you all, the first 1,000 prints of this book were sold out in less than a week. So the table of content must be coming somewhere here. This book does have everything, nakshatras, aspects, dasha, planets, and a lot of it. So if you really want to dive in the depths of astrology, you must buy this book. And to buy this book, you can check out the links below. You can order it on my website, or you can reach me out on WhatsApp. So today's topic is 10th house Lord. We all know that the 10th house is responsible for career because 10th comes in the triangle of 2, 6 and 10. The second house is family, the second house is fixed assets, the second house is something we earn for. We earn for the family, we earn for the investments, we earn to make the bank balance. So we are working for the second house. And what we are working, whatever we are doing does have a routine. And that routine, that daily routine is seen from the sixth house. And 2, 6 and the 10th. 10th is the career you are exactly into. So there are a lot of ways to interpret your career, and every person will be having a different chart. So according to every person, the career has to be decided. But in this video, I will be discussing very basic about the 10th house Lord and the placement of that 10th house Lord in each house and what kind of career that person could enter into. So let's begin with the 10th house Lord in the first house. So if the 10th house Lord is placed in the first house, it would be fourth to itself. And fourth to itself means that this person's career will be supported by his mother or her mother. So the support of career will be coming from the mother. But because the first house is also about the self-expression, is about the appearance, is about something how you look like, this person could enter into the fashion field. This person could enter into something which family has no relation to. Because first house is the self. So this person will be choosing his career according to his own will. There will be nobody of the same career in the family. And that extraordinary career which would be related to the appearance will be supported by mother. Now, if the 10th house Lord is placed in the second house, if we count second from the 10th, it will fall in the Trikona. It will be fifth to itself. So these people will be the kids of business people. So they could be entering into the family business. They could be, I have made some notes here. Yeah. So they could be, entering into the business of father. They could be working with the family. They could be in the joint family and everybody working together. Everybody working together for the betterment of the children. And the children will also be involved in the business. Now, if the 10th house Lord is placed in the third house, it will be sixth to itself. And we all know that sixth is the house of, medicine and diseases and hospitalizations, all the things related to medical field. We have to see that from the sixth house. And the third house, the 10th house Lord going in the third house, which is sixth to itself, the third house is the short travels. So these could be people, like MRs, medical representatives. They could be going from one place to another, trying to tell people to buy their products. So their business or their job would be including short travels, because the third house is the short travels. So they would have to go travel from one place to another to do their job. And they could be related to medicine or, some pharma field or like that. Now, if the 10th house Lord is placed in the fourth house, it would be seventh to itself. So their career would be supported by their partner, by their loved ones. And because it is going in the fourth house, it will also be supported by mother. And they could be ending up going into the business of mother, or they could be, choosing the same job or the same profession as mother is into. Or it could be the 10th house lord in the 4th house. Now the 4th house has to do something with the water and the moon and the milk, dairy products. So they could be into the business of dairy, they could be into the business where the water is involved. And because it is the 4th house, so they would be staying near their house to do their work. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 5th house. Now, if we count 5 from the 10th, like if we count 5th house from the 10th house, it would be the 8th house. Now, because it is the 8th house, and generally the 5th house is of the support, sports and entertainment and the media industry, or somebody wants to become a singer, somebody wants to become an actor, somebody who wants to be in the infotainment or the entertainment industry. Now, because the 10th house lord is placed in the 5th house, that person could be interested into these kind of careers. The person would want to become an actor. The person would want to be in entertainment industry, in the industry of cinema, in the industry of media, or in the industry of music. They want to be on stage, they want to be seen. But because it is going 8th to itself, we all know that 8th house is the house of losses. 8th is the house of depths. So they would have to go in the great depths of their career to achieve something. But if the Scorpio, the natural significator of the 8th house, if the Scorpio is strong in this person's chart, they would achieve sudden success in their career, and the career would be related to entertainment industry. Or the 8th house, there is one more perception to see this thing. The 10th house lord in the 5th house, they could be working only because of their children. They have to feed their children or something like that, but it is going 8th to itself. So deep inside, they just want to leave this world, or they just want to be meditative, spiritually active, and they don't want to work, but they have to work because of their kids. So this could be another interpretation of it. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 6th house, which would be 9th to itself, and we know that the 9th house is father, right? 9th is related to father. And the 6th house is related to the routine. So these people could be entering into their father's routine. They could be doing the same business as their father is doing. For example, if the father is jeweler, the son would again be the jeweler. This guy would be having the 10th house lord placed in the 6th house. This guy is opting the father's daily routine. So that kind of thing could be happening. Otherwise, if not that, if the son is involved with it, they could be getting the government job of the father. The father's government job is shifted to somebody else. That kind of thing could be happening. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 7th house, which is 10th to itself. So firstly, it is Bhavat Bhav, because it is, getting 10th to 10th. So this person would be having a strong career. And because it is entering in the house of the spouse, the 7th house, they could be in the same business or the same profession as the spouse is in. So, the doctor is getting married to doctor. So that kind of thing could be happening. Or they could be opting out the career from the spouse's family. For example, if the father of this person's spouse is into, let's say, metal business, so this person will also be entering into the metal business later after the marriage. But mostly they will be having the same career as the spouse, and it would be a strong career. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 8th house, now 8th, it is going 11th to itself. So firstly, 11th is the gains. So this person would be looking for the shortcuts and for the gains from their career. I have made some notes here. Yeah. Now, because 10th house lord is placed in the 8th house, which is, the house of hidden knowledge, which is the house of unseen, and 11th is the large groups. So these people could be working in very big companies, in very large groups, but hidden. Their name won't be there. Just for example, an Amazon employee who is working for Amazon day and night, making applications for them, or doing work for their hostings, or doing work for their web servers or whatever. They're putting a lot of hard work in a very large group, but their name is not there because they are unseen, they are hidden. It is the 8th house. So they would have to work in a hidden workspace for very large groups. And if the 10th house lord is placed in the 9th house, so firstly, the 10th house lord placed in the 9th house is not considered good because it is going 12th to itself. And when some lord is going 12th to itself, it would definitely cause troubles related to that house. So they would be facing some kind of troubles with their career. But eventually, their father would help them to, build their career. Or they could be dealing with the foreign services. They could be sending people out of the country for higher education because 9th house is also higher education. So the 10th house lord placed in 9th house, they could be dealing with foreign services. They could be, dealing with the people like who they could just send out of this country for the higher education. So kind of immigration work. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 10th house, that is very, very, very good yoga because it's again, whenever a planet sits in its own sign, it becomes stronger. So this would be giving very strong career to that person once again. And the career would be very fixed. They won't have to change their jobs again and again. They would be very fixed about their career. They would be very particular about their job or about their business. Now, if this does have any relation with the 7th house, they would be into business. If this does have any relation with the 6th house, they would be into job. Now, if the 10th house lord is placed in the 11th house, which is second to itself, they would be working hard for their family, or it would be very big family working together into some business. So they would again be, opting their family business, or it would be a whole family into some particular business because 11th is a large group. So it would be large family working for their assets, like, Tata family, Birla family, Ambani family. So they're like together working in a large group for their career to gain a lot of money because 11th is also the house of gains. Now, coming to the 10th house lord placed third to itself, which is in the 12th house. Now, third is the house of siblings. So they could be getting called by their siblings who are settled in the foreign lands because 12th house is the house of foreign lands. So they could be going to foreign with their siblings, or their siblings would be helping them in their career from the outer countries, not from the homeland. If your sibling is in the homeland, they won't be able to help you. But if your sibling is out of this country and you do have 10th house lord placed in the 12th house, you should definitely take the help from them. So this was all about my analysis on the 10th house lord in each house. And I hope this was easy, and this is just one of the way to, see and decide about someone's career. But if we really want to go in the depth, we have to, do the career analysis, in which we have to consider a lot of other factors as well. So thank you so much. If you want to buy my book, Astrology Fast Forwarded, you should definitely reach me out. And yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna make this video in Hindi. I'm tired. See you soon. Bye bye.